Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy. Welcome to my world. Here today with Nanatsu taizai, chapter 261. I know I'm late. I'm real late. But you know what? I was fighting. I was fighting a cold. It was hard, but I did it. And then I got lazy. But I'm doing it though. So let me say this. Elizabeth MVP. MVP because you got her multitasking. You got her warding off these demons, like literally going into their hearts and like asking them to leave, like like going that she had them going against orders from Cusack and Chandler, some of the highest demons that are in the verse. And even though that's an order from like those high demons, some of them still leave and retreat. Like Elizabeth, like she's I don't want to say she's like sidelined, but for the most part, she's a supporting character, but she's doing most of the work. I was surprised that most of the humans aren't alive or aren't dead. But then I'm like, yeah, the Natsu no Taizai is there, and then you have two archangels. So at the same time, okay, so it balances itself out. And besides, they're just like regular demons. So it's more of quantity than quality. So yeah, this should be fine. To mention that Rudisao put the breath of the bliss on all the humans. So no matter what, their energy is always going to restore. They're never going to be fatigued. They're not going to be fearful. They're always going to go into battle. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to feel the pain, right? So they're always going to go into battle, and they're not stronger. They just cast away things that would hinder them in big battles. So you got all that, but still, Elizabeth is playing the biggest role because even while she's making the demons retreat, she is healing everyone at the same time so that they don't die. She is keeping the casualties at a minimum because she was like, everyone has someone that they care for and that they want to go home to, and she doesn't want anyone to have to like lose that one person. So Elizabeth is actually doing work. Like Elizabeth isn't just like chilling on the sideline. Elizabeth is actually doing work, putting in work where no one can see it. Like the only people that actually recognized it are Sarmel and Tarmel, where they have to put Death Pierce in his place because he was back talking Elizabeth like she didn't know nothing. Like she wasn't alive 3,000 years ago, like during the first Holy War. Like she doesn't know what she's talking about. Like they have to come up to her to like, yo, for one thing, um, you don't know what you're talking about, so shut your mouth. Elizabeth was doing all this stuff behind the scenes and you didn't even know. Like they were like, the breath of the bliss doesn't even have healing factors. That's not Rudisile. That's not Rudisile's doing. That's her doing. She's been healing everyone on the battlefield. Like Elizabeth is putting in so much work. She is, as far as right now in the war, she is MVP. While the rest of the demons are going to they're going to the capital. Most of them. Hausa. Oh yeah, and big ups to Hausa. Hausa, he's being a good leader. He's following suit. He's doing his job. He's doing it good. Hausa is like, all right, no, we're not gonna follow those demons because that's what the defensive force is for. You know what I'm saying? So they believe that they have enough faith that their defensive force can handle that, right? Like you have Grimoire and his pops. You know what I'm saying? Wall. You know what I'm saying? They can handle that. What they need to focus on is treating the injured, but like I said, Elizabeth already got that handled. So what they're gonna do now is they're gonna go to the villages and to the towns where the other demons went, so to make sure that they don't get harmed, right? So they're gonna go there and try and keep the casualties down and go for the demons that's there. But before they can do that, guess what happens? Boom, 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 boom. Derriere plops to the ground, smashes, you know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning part of the chapter, you know what I'm saying? We start off where we left off the previous chapter. You got Derriere, Monspy, and you got Esterosa. And yeah, it looks like Monspy is dead. Like Esterosa had his hand through his chest, ripped out his heart, he crushed it, And even though he crushed it, Monspite was still talking and all that stuff. So Meliodas had his last heart. I think it was his seventh heart. When he had his seventh heart, like crushed by his brother, he was done. He was gone. With Monspite, it's a little different. He still had his heart crushed, but he was still talking. He had enough power to push Derriere all the way from whatever village they were at, all the way to the battlegrounds where Elizabeth and Diane and King and all of them were there. He still has a lot of power left, and then he still had enough power to self-destruct with the flames, the Hellblaze. You know what I'm saying? And since he's like the best person at Hellblaze, he basically self-destructed and set a blaze Esterosa, kind of like what Escanor did, but probably I don't want to say on the same level because Escanor, hey man, his fire is something. It's something different. It's something different. When he pushes Daria Ray, she's like, "What was it? You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me what was in your heart. What you mentioned, right?" And Monspite is like, "Yo, I can't tell you because I can't protect you anymore. I'm not gonna be there. So by me telling you, I would just hurt you more because I'm not gonna be here." He can't confess his love for her and then die. That would hurt her more than anything, right? So he's like, "Yo." So that's why he pushes her away. He's like, "Yo, I can't protect you anymore. Like if you stay here, he's going to kill you." And aside from that, he self-destructed. So he's like, "Oh, I don't want you within the blast radius." So he self-destructs, he blows up, and then we come back to the end of the chapter, and you just see her in that face. You just see her in that face. She looks so defeated. She looks so saddened. She looks like sad, right? She's like, I just lost like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I just lost my protector, my knight in shining armor. I just lost him, right? So how she's gonna act next chapter, she could go into a fit of rage, a fit of disbelief, because that's what her face is looking like. Like she can't believe it. She might go in a fit of rage and start slaughtering people, or she might break down and start crying. Whatever the case is, she's gonna have a moment with Elizabeth, because her and Elizabeth have constantly had these little altercations throughout time. 3,000 years ago, they had a little fight. Elizabeth didn't want her to fight. She even calmed her down out of her Indra form, and then what was it like about 50 chapters ago, maybe like 80, like she had an altercation with Elizabeth, like a little altercation before right, it was like right before Meliodas came back. Like they had a little altercation and she recognized her. And then even when we saw Elizabeth, I mean even when we saw Derriere, what was it? Like when we finally realized that when we finally found out that they weren't dead and they were chilling in the village, she even mentioned Elizabeth, and she mentioned Elizabeth the chapter before. So her and Elizabeth are going to have some type of altercation because they have some type of relationship, right? Most likely this is going to be Elizabeth's fight if she has to like actually fight. This is going to be her fight to calm her down, unless the humans under Breath of Bliss actually go ahead and start attacking like just out of the blue, which I don't think anyone's gonna allow that. Even the Saruman and Tarmel, I don't know, because Saruman and Tarmel seems they unlike Rudisau, they have like a lot more respect for Elizabeth rather than Rudisau does. Rudisau kind of, he's trying to like get over on her, but those two, they seem to have a lot more respect for her. So I'm pretty certain that if she says like back down, they're gonna back down, you know. But yeah, this chapter, it was simple, but it was good. It was trying to nail in Elizabeth's importance, and also finish off the whole Mountspite and Derriere thing, while also including the danger of Breath of Bliss, of having all the humans take it. Now that they've taken it, they might burn themselves out. If Elizabeth doesn't keep healing them, probably they're gonna burn themselves out and die. Gother said something though that kind of piqued my interest. He said, Elizabeth, even got the respect of the strongest archangel male. Like it came out of nowhere, but he said that, and I'm like, what? Okay, what? How do you know? What's going on there? Like I didn't understand that part. I'm like, why are you mentioning male right now? Like what? Like, and how do you know that? I understand he was a part of the Ten Commandments. He was a demon way back when, but how? Why would he bring that up? And how does he know that? But yeah, questions for later. Yeah, but with that being said, y'all, I'll see you guys later. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, rate the video, click the little bell if you want to get the notifications every time that I post, and I will see you guys later.